So Drew, in this video is the first one where I offer a positive evidence that's not from science. This one is from morality, which most people would not put into the category of science. Certainly it's not a hard science anyway. And what's your reaction to this moral argument for God, that there must be some sort of lawgiver to explain moral transcendence? How do you react to that?
I thought it was interesting enough that I started to think about other reasons that we could have evolved this sense of morality, because I do think you're onto something with we don't just think that it's socially inappropriate to kill somebody, or it's just you're a
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, or you have an outlying way of thinking about the world. We think it's wrong, and we think we're offended by that. And there are sort of evolutionary arguments that I think I could put together for why we would believe certain things are right or certain things are wrong.
Do you agree? Would you agree with me about this point? To your discussion about evolution, that granting that evolution is the primary vehicle through which we developed moral intuition. Let's just grant that right off the top. It would seem to me that is not a counter explanation for the idea of God. And here's my analogy. My eye developed through evolution. Okay, we accept that. So my eye can look across the room and detect over here this candle in this box over here, and it's in the box is in the shape of a cube. It has the shape of a cube. My eye has evolved to detect that, but I wouldn't say that therefore that explains the objective reality of the shape of the cube. That's independent from my eye. So the way I think of moral intuition is that we have developed the intuition to see an objective reality out there, which we really treat as real. That's what you were just saying. We treat it as real. We don't act like it's just we don't act like it's just a matter of taste, of whether you can kill a child. We think if you live 10,000 years, it doesn't matter. We would think the world's gone fundamentally wrong if 10,000 years from now it's okay to kill children.
Well, let me give a counter example. I think
so. To me, moral transcendence is that we treat it as if it's an objective law, external to ourselves, that we are not the ones who have formulated.
And I think wherein we have learned, through evolution, the eye has learned to detect things that are true. We have also learned to detect things that are false, or detect things that are not really.
Meaning we perceive things to be real that are false.
We perceive things to be real that are wrong or false, and we perceive things to be real that are not truly tangible.
Do you think that the moral law is an illusion then? Or is it objectively a real part of the universe, just like the laws of physics and the law of gravity and so on?
I'm content to say I don't know, but I'm not completely satisfied with that, because I do think it feels real. It doesn't feel like it's just something we've convinced ourselves of because of the way we evolve, because of our herd mentality, or our interactions with each other throughout the process of evolving. It feels like it's something extrinsic outside of us. But I will say that I could see how it could be sort of objective. And I'm not a philosopher, so bear with me. But it could be objective because of it's a factor. It's a component of the relationships between people. There's no if I were the only person on earth, there would be no one for me to sin against. There would be no one for me to be amoral towards. So that aspect of morality might not exist.
Maybe.